Have you ever prayed and asked God to remove the obstacles away from you quickly? And have you ever prayed and felt like God was delaying the answers to your prayers? In Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 22, it reads, "The Lord your God will clear away these nations before you little by little." Stay tuned for this clip from Bible study as we examine this scripture and talk about why God delays the answers to some of our prayers. Stay tuned. Now, here we go. Verse number 22. I happen to absolutely love this. The Lord your God will clear away these nations before you little by little. You will not be able to put an end to them quickly, for if you did, the wild animals would become too numerous for you. Now, what do I hear as soon as I read this? I always say everything God does serves a purpose. Nothing that God does is useless, right? There's a purpose. And in this case, as I was reading this, I was just thinking clearly that there's a purpose for the delay. We want everything to happen quick. We live in that culture where everything is instantaneous, right? We don't have the patience to deal with things little by little. I just want I want it done and removed immediately. But everything can't be done immediately. I want this sickness to be removed from me immediately. I want my finances to be restored immediately. But that is not always the case, right? There are instantaneous healings. There are healings that take place over time. So here we go. Little by little, but he gives you a reason. He gives them a reason as to why they can't bring about an end to these nations little by little. There's a reason for the delay. That's the nugget out of this verse 22. There is a reason for the delay. We cannot get instant gratification in every situation. It will bring about harm. Good morning. All right, so here I brought this up in different translations. Let me read this to you. Here's the easy. He will chase out the people of those nations one at a time. He will not let you destroy them all immediately. If you did that, wild animals would become so many that they would be a danger to you. Right? All right. EXB. So God, in the delay, God is making sure that they're protected. When the Lord your God forces those nations out, clears out those nations of the land, he will do it little by little ahead of you. So God is still going ahead of you, even though it's delayed, even though on God's timing. Absolutely. Right? He's doing it little by little. It's not fast as our flesh wants it. It's not as fast as we want. But listen to what it says. He said he will do it little by little ahead of you. He's still clearing the pathway for you. It's just taking a little bit longer than you would like it to happen. All right, then it goes on to say, you won't be able to destroy them all at once. You can't have it all at once. Otherwise, the wild animals would grow too many in number because of the reduced population. So here, by actually keeping the enemy there a little bit longer and doing this slowly, they're actually dealing with these wild animals. It's actually preserving you, right? So that this is not overwhelming you. Think about it. All right, GNT. Little by little, he will drive out these nations as you advance. Okay, so as you advance, so you're still making progress. You're just not making progress on your timing as fast as you want, right? You will not be able to destroy them all at once, for if you did, the number of the wild animals would increase and now would become a threat to you. Good morning. Right? So this is plain. Here is why God delays certain situations. This is why he doesn't remove things all at once in certain circumstances, right? Here's the NIRV. This is the last one I'm going to read to you. The Lord your God will drive out those nations to make room for you, but he will do it little by little. You won't be allowed to get rid of them all at once. If you did, wild animals would multiply all around you. Good morning, right? So now it says the wild animals would multiply all around you. Now you're surrounded by danger on every side. So I say all of that to say, family, there's a reason why God delays certain things and why he can't just remove things and do things instantaneously the way we want in our timing. God, and I wrote down here, God is strategic. There's a method. I said he's methodical, right? There's a method. There's a reason behind what it is that he's doing. Unfortunately, we don't always see the reason. Sometimes we have to wait, and that's why, we go through things and you say hindsight is 2020. When you get through it and you look back, now you understand why God moved the way he moved. Now you understand, because he had to put pieces in place for you. You couldn't just get it all at once. You couldn't just handle it all at once, right? So we can't regret the delay, just like when you're delayed sometimes in traffic. Think about, September 11th was this week. Think about the people who were delayed getting to work and didn't get to work on time that day, right? So there's a reason why God delays us sometimes. It's for our benefit. Trust and believe that everything that God does, there's a reason for, there's a purpose behind it. We question it sometimes because it's not what we want, but know that God's ways are perfect.